It's a point tonight for the Bucks. They've drawn 1-1 with Altrincham in National League North, and I have manager Gavin Cowan with me. Gavin, we said it was an exciting game, and pleased to get some reward out of it in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the last thing you want to come away is with a defeat. So even though we've had sort of huge dominance in the second half, certainly when they had a man sent off, it was I thought we should have had it tied up a little bit sooner than that. But to get a point out of it against what is a very good side is, I suppose you take that at the end of the day.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Altrincham are, they did come here and they showed why they're a playoff team, didn't they, I guess?
Yeah, I think first half, from my perspective, I was really disappointed with the lads because we had a certain game plan and they become confused and went completely off script. They did it right when their goalkeeper had the ball, but when they were actually playing, we just went a little bit kamikaze and left ourselves open from the mid phase, and that's not what we set out to do. So I was very frustrated at that, and really that led to them being able to play the way they play, which is they're a very good side, and when they got into their fluency, it was difficult to stop them. But we stayed in the game, and again we had our own chances. I thought in the first 5 minutes we probably could have had 8 goals. It was again, it's the story of our season a little bit really. When we dominate, we don't tend to get that clinical finish. So disappointing from that perspective. But the lads took on board the information at half time, and then we came out again and started to dominate that bit more. And when obviously Altrincham had made a decision, it seemed to try and run the clock down and try and sort of come away with that 1-0 lead, which I suppose you can't blame them at this stage of the season. But we stayed patient, we didn't get frustrated, and we stuck to the task, and the lads did that really well.
Sure, and that keeping going to the end, I mean, that's got to be, it's a plus, isn't it? Obviously.
Yeah, it is a plus, but by the same account, like I say, there's various chances that we've had that we should be converting. Again, we've numerous times we've said that this season where we've completely dominated the opposition, and which I thought was the case for large parts in the second half tonight. We've completely dominated the opposition and come away with either a point or no points, and really, in hindsight, of course, but you look back and you wonder if we could have been a little bit more clinical, how would the season have turned out then? But listen, let's not run it down. We're still having a fabulous season, way above and beyond what we'd imagined at the start. Let's stay away from relegation, then let's get in the top half, and then let's get in the playoffs. And each game as it comes, of course, we have Curzon now on Saturday, and the goal is obviously to try and beat them, which is going to be again difficult, but we're more than capable on our day. So yeah, it's the next game, and we've got to try and get in that top 7.
Yeah, sure. Obviously, with as Curzon coming up and a couple more games, you've got to be looking at the league table now, haven't you? I know you don't tend to do it earlier in the season.
I do from January really. I tend to have a little look because it becomes a little bit more interesting then. But we've been in the top 7 the majority of the season, 99% of the season. So we need to stay there, don't we? I think it's going to be tough. We've got people on our trail, and obviously we're looking to try and get even higher up the league table as well. But 4 games now. You've just got to focus on the next game. I know it's a bit cliche and probably not as exciting as what people want to hear, but ultimately we've really got to try and go and beat Curzon. Like I say, on our day, we're more than capable of doing it, and we didn't perform against them last time, so we need to show them why we're up there. Yeah,
sure. I mean, a bit of an unusual situation, I guess, in that that there's now something to lose, I guess, isn't there, when you're in a playoff place, and the lads responding to that?
Yeah, well, I think you've seen that. I feel personally the last 4 games since the Orient tie, we've had Bradford Park Avenue away, Blythe at home, Chorley away, and now Altrincham at home. I think they're probably the 4 hardest runner games that we've had all season. So to come out of that unbeaten, I'd have absolutely snatched your hands off. And not to say that the next 4 games aren't going to be difficult, because of course that every week is difficult. But look, we put ourselves in a good position, and what we've got to do now, if we perform to our capabilities and we approach it right and play the way that we know we can play, then I'm sure we're more than capable of getting in that playoffs, and that's what we're striving to do.
Okay, that's great.
Cheers.
Thanks for your time, Gavin. Cheers. Thank you.